Hey, welcome back to Snapple Games. My name's Max, and I'm back with another Pauper League, and I'm going to be playing this Gruul Ponza deck today through a league. Recently on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Snapple, I played a league with Gruul Monsters, a very similar build to this, a couple cards different, but I was really impressed with Writhing Chrysalis in that league. So kind of running it back, this time we actually have land destruction. In the last league, we didn't. That's the big difference. And in that last league, I was basically thinking, okay, this deck's good. Chrysalis, I can't even say that. Chrysalis is pretty strong. But without the Ponza, you miss out on some free wins, like especially against decks like Tron or Blue White Familiars, that sort of thing, where you get crushed if you just are playing the Monsters deck. But if you're playing this Ponza package, then you crush them. That being said, against some decks like Mono Red, the Ponza package is pretty bad, so there is some give and take. But that being said, this is a pretty standard Gruul Ponza deck. I am playing the 4 Chrysalis. I'm not playing the Dread Mask right now. Could see room for one or two. It wasn't good in the first league, but I could see it being a pretty decent card. Only one mountain, one forest, 0 of the red elephant, basic land cycler for one. But we still have plenty of red sources between Generous End, Utopia Sprawl, Initiative, the 2 basics. So I think our mana's fine. Not too much to say about this deck. I messed up and I had Fiery Cannonade last time. This time we have Breath Weapon. Sideboard's the same otherwise. And it's just a Ponza deck, so let's go round one. All right, welcome to round one. We're against Generic General. Our hand is pretty bad here. They are on the play. They kept 7. We just have Arbor Elf into nothing, basically, with no red source for Chrysalis. Just gonna mulligan. Okay, this we can definitely keep. I'll just put back a Wild Growth and hope this Arbor Elf survives. Island. Island Fairy Seer. Okay, this is gonna be rough for this Arbor Elf to survive against Fae, but maybe we just get down a Hunter. Maybe we resolve it early and you know, do the thing. Now we just want to draw any Cascade cards, basically. If this Arbor Elf survives, especially till turn 3, we're going to be in really good shape. If we draw Writhing Chrysalis, we're also going to be able to cast that turn 2. We could cast Acid Moss turn 2 as well. Okay, they're hitting with Ninja. It's actually not too bad. So we don't know if it's Mono Blue Fae, Blue Red, Blue Black Fae, something else. That's why it's better to play Snow Covered Islands, because I don't know if it's Blue Red Fae right now. Oh, nice. That's huge. So we go Utopia Sprawl, name red. And then I can go Utopia Sprawl here, right? Name green. Oh, I could have played both two more. I could have played both Utopia Sprawls. But because I named red, I can only play one more. So I messed up. I went a little too fast. So green, then untap. And then Acid Moss your land. Get Highland Forest. We're still going to have all the mana we need, most likely, next turn. So I don't think it should matter. But still a misplay by me. We'll see if they're mono blue or not. See what they're on. Don't want to see like a boomerang or something. Okay, they're just pathing, so they probably have counterspell. I think I actually want to stack up my Utopia Sprawls on the same land and then just pass, take one more hit, and then if I draw another threat, I might be able to double spell next turn because I'll have so much mana. I don't like to stack up Utopia Sprawls so much, but I'm going to do it here. It's possible I shouldn't have even played this land. Let's hopefully they spell stutter sprite this. Wow, that's really good for me. I mean, they're going to get to take the initiative with sprite, but I still have to resolve this. and hope they just can't deal with the hunter. I'm shocked they spell stuttered that. Maybe they don't have a counter spell. I guess I can attack. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana anyway. And this way, if they block, they can't really block because they need to take back. They need to take the initiative. It is bad if they're like blue-red Fae or blue-black and they go like take the initiative, get the untapped basic I need to cast like my removal spell. But it looks like they're mono blue Fae. What do we have? Just Pyroblast? Oh, no, we don't have Pyroblast. All we have is Breath Weapon. Looks like they're probably just attacking the Sprite. Kind of expected. Breath Weapon is pretty good in this matchup. And we just probably need a little bit of a better hand. This deck is pretty inconsistent. They're just passing. They're gonna like snap the hunter or something. Okay, well I just attack only with hunter because it doesn't really help to attack with arbor. If they have snap or something for this hunter, then attacking with this, it just gets eaten anyway. All right, this has trample. So double mutagenic. Or just, oh. Brine Barrow, do they have double Brine Barrow Intruder? Attacking with Arbor wouldn't have actually worked, considering they had this. Yeah, they have double Brine Barrow. Oh, into mutagenic. Kill my Avenging Hunter. Really bad for me. Just gonna play my stuff out. We're almost certainly not winning this game though. Think about sideboarding a little bit again. We have the 2 breath weapons. I think that's all we want. What are we siding out? CHRYSALIS should be great in this matchup. Could just side out like 2 thermokarsts. Or like 2 acid mosses, honestly, also. Helps me ramp, but not sure if I even need to. Yeah, they have another spell stutter. In a lot of trouble here, though. They have the initiative going too. So they're gonna forge onto their spell stutter, I guess. One of their spell stutters, just have a big flyer. If I don't draw something on my next draw step, I'm just gonna concede. Because we're just getting absolutely crushed here. We even had a turn 2 acid moss, but then just like not much of a follow-up past that. Or even though we had Hunter, it was just a little too sketchy to play. Also, it's possible I could just side out like 2 copies of Avenging Hunter because it's so hard to play in this matchup. Keep all the land destruction in. Yeah, I like that plan. All right, just block here and then hope to draw Dinosaur and cascade into like Boarding Party and then not have a counter spell. I mean, I don't think this is going to do anything. Guess I can't even F6 right now. All right, let's just go to the next one. Dino into Ent. My draws were insanely good coming up, but this was still getting countered. I was getting hit for 3, 4, 5 in the air, minimum, down to 6. Chumping the ninja. I have 1 token left. I played Dino into Ent. I mean, it was the best possible draws, basically, but... Oops. I still feel like we most likely would have lost. They still had a couple cards in hand. I think we're just going to do this. Keep it simple. Avenging Hunter does seem like somewhat of a liability here. Let's try this. Alright, Sand's not that good, but it is a turn 2 Thermal Karst. So we just need to draw a threat, basically. Way too many mana sources, but I still think you just like keep turn 2 land destruction with this deck, especially if we have a lot of mana. I don't think mono blue can answer Arbor Elf that easily, so sometimes it can be right in certain matchups, just like lead on Utopia Sprawl on 1, and then play your Thermal Karst on 2. But I'm gonna lead Arbor Elf, probably gonna play Sprawl, and then Thermal Karst. They mulligan to 6, and let's go. Gutshot, okay. I was thinking Gutshot too. I was like, nobody plays Gutshot anymore, but I guess nobody plays Mono Blue Fae that much in general anymore. Oh man, now we're just getting crushed. Should have led Sprawl? No, I don't think so. I'm just gonna play 2 of these and separate them out. Pass the turn. I like to separate them in general for just weird stuff like Boomerang that they could have. Obviously, you make less mana with future Arbor Elves you draw, but we have already 6 mana right now. Most likely, we won't need more mana. All right, Moon Circuit. Ooh. I could have sideboarded in some Deglammers for these. It's not too bad. Okay, Dino is great. Still need 1 more mana for that. We're in trouble because they're already looting, but if we draw another land, we have a good Dino, we could get out of this. The gut shot was so brutal. Basically, like, time walked us because we didn't get to Thermal Karst on 2. And they got to just play their Fairy out. They're going to loot. What do they discard? No extra ninja. They discard a Brine Barrow. Sure. They just do nothing. Boarding Party. Perfect draw. Just jamming. Into Avenging Hunter. A little sketchy, but obviously I'm casting. Oops. Don't want to F6, because if this resolves... Okay, they counter the Avenging Hunter, but Boarding Party in play. I think I can just attack. Let them loot, and then I'm just going to keep attacking. I can't just like... I don't think I can just stay back and let their flyers hit me, let them ninja some more. I think I just need to go. It'd be a little bit of a different story with Ninja of the Deep Hours compared to Moon Circuit. Speaking of, they're going to draw 2 cards here. And then they're going to keep attacking with ninjas and keep chumping. If I draw another Boarding Party, I guess I win? They already played land, right? Yeah. So Boarding Party off the top, land, Dino into Boarding Party. Those are both game. Maybe they have Hydro. Okay. Can still hit a Boarding Party. And we have a Dino for blocks now. Okay, that's a miss. I'm still going to attack with Boarding Party because this makes them potentially have to like stay back, especially my Dino has Trample too. They need like a snap, and if they're really going to snap like my Dino, then I get to Cascade again. Still not feeling like I'm in that great of a spot though. Yeah, there's the snap. Maybe you could easily have Hydro Blast too. They attack. They get to draw a card and draw a discard. Yep, they stacked it right. You want to draw first and then draw a discard. And they can start playing chunk blockers for this Boarding Party. Just gonna jam Dino though. Not much else I can do. See what I draw. 4 cards in hand for them. Llanowar Visionary. It's probably going to get countered, but I mean, I have to play these cards. Counterspell the Dino. The Avenging Hunter resolves. Okay, it's interesting. Has trample. I'm going to attack. Maybe they have mutagenic here, but then they go to 4. They don't have mutagenic on their next attack, and maybe they just chump. Okay. So another snap is obviously really bad for me. Maybe they just attack with both. Maybe I'm slowly getting there. I guess counterspell on the Dino does make sense. And there's the snap, okay. They have 2 cards left. They can't double mutagenic. So most likely we're not going to die. And I get to play 2 creatures next turn. And if this doesn't get countered, I take back the initiative. I have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. They get an island, and then they get to discard it. It's pretty good for them. I mean, they should definitely discard it, right? They discard a spell stutter sprite. Yeah, it's not that good against us. They play island, play miscreant, 2 cards in hand. They have double counter. And Vili Acid Moss. They're probably just going to counter the Avenging Hunter. Deciding what order to play spells in and what I should play. I think I need to lead on Visionary, then play Avenging Hunter. They have 1 fairy right now. They might just not have a counterspell too. They've played 2 already. Boarding party. Thermokarst. Just go for this. And they have it. 3rd counterspell. Okay. Not dead on board. Now I am. Damn. There's nothing I could do. I mean, yeah, triple counterspell just got me. They can even forge onto their creature here. GG's. They just got us good there. We just kind of got ranched. Just got mono blue fade. Let's go round 2. All right, 0-1. Just got destroyed. We're against Chocotone on a mulligan to 6. I'm gonna keep this hand. We have 3 mana sources and a couple good 4-drops and then good top end. So it's not the fastest hand. We don't have a good like 3-drop on turn 2, but if we draw any land, we can start casting 4-drops and then go from there. And I think that's enough. Let's just resolve this. Can cycle next turn. Dismal Backwater. Not even a land with like island swamp land type. So is this like blue-black control? If it is, I'm fine with that. Chukabog. Looks like an old blue-black control deck to me. Okay. I guess I need to get the dual land and then wild growth up my land. I'll just put it on forest this time because I need to get Highland Forest to have a red source. And then if I put it here and like they bounce Highland Forest, it's still really bad for me because then I just have to play this tapped. So at this point, I'll just stack them up. But we're up to 4 mana now, so can cast Manivuli Asimos next turn. Maybe we cast Chrysalis. They don't have double blue up, so I'm definitely killing this. No question about it. Slamming Asimos. Really just don't like this card that much, but it's like just barely good enough that it warrants an inclusion. Okay, pass. They play like another tap blue source. I might just Thermokarst over even like playing Boarding Party, but that's, we'll see. I don't know. They play Swamp. Wow. They have no more blue sources. Okay, well now I'm just going to play Chrysalis because that unlocks my big stuff next turn. This card's really good. Even if they had a counter here, like, what, they're going to counter this and then I still get to play these next turn? Seems really good. And this card is just so good in multiples as well. Like, the fact that if I can wait to sack spawns... Okay, well, they just cast down it, but... Yeah, the fact that I can just wait to sack spawns, and then if I play a second Chrysalis, they can each get +4/+4. And yeah, look at this. They just traded 1 for 1, but I have 2 spawns left over, plays around edicts, makes mana, gets me to these big creatures, even through removal like that. They just disfigure, I'll just sack. They're just gonna like removal. It looks like just like, again, an old blue-black mid-range deck without like a Lorien revealed mana base or anything. Very interesting. So even if I, excuse me, even if I don't draw land, I can play a Boarding Party. Okay, well, when you can dino, you usually dino. Not too scared of Edict. Probably hit another creature here. Ent. Fine with Ent. It's a good hit. 7 mana, get 2 fatties and a food. Seems good to me. Alright, there's the Edict. Can't play another dino yet, but now I can. It's usually better to just play the dinos first, even though it seems like, oh, I want a Boarding Party right now and get in. Better just play your dinos. Well, especially when that happens. But just, yeah, better to just play your dinos and then play the Boarding Parties after, because then you also have the dinos attacking with trample. So it's just so good to play dino first. So that's usually what you do, unless like you really need to race or you're gonna lose. They just got mana screwed here. Okay. Looks like an interesting blue-black control deck. Relic might be okay. Could just not sideboard and like see more cards. All we saw was Seagate Oracle, Disfigured, Dismal Backwater, Cast Down, Tithing Blade. Like, we don't even know if Relic is good against them. It might not do anything. And I didn't really spend much time on it in the deck tech, but I cut Bolt from this list in order to play Chrysalis and make room for the land destruction package. So our deck is basically like creatures, land destruction, and then these are non-creature ramp spells. But yeah, ramp spells, 8 land destruction spells, and then every other spell is a creature, including this is like a creature and a land. So pretty straightforward deck, just land destruction, creatures, and ramp. Let's just run it back. No sideboard. I feel like this should be a really good matchup for us. They snap capped. This hand is slow, but I'm gonna keep. It's a lot of value, and versus like a control deck like that, I want to like keep 7 cards, not just like get my Arbor Elf killed. Just gonna force cycle right now in F6. Get a red source, pass. If we don't draw anything, just play Highland Forest next turn. Okay, there's Island. Okay, then we're gonna go 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Just slowly doing our thing. Opponent is on double blue now, so this Visionary is probably gonna get countered. Yeah, this is like such an old deck that I'm facing. This is like crazy. I feel like I'm facing a deck from like 10 years ago. This deck was pretty good at the time. Balance lands, Radiant Fountain, Dismal Backwater, all that jazz. Just sprawl into Visionary is our only real play. Does speed us up. We can Hunter next turn potentially, but I think it's a little too risky. Probably just start playing Acid Mosses. Their deck is like all removal and interaction with like probably some C8, maybe some Mole Drifters, maybe some Gurmag Anglers. They do have Tithing Blade and stuff, so maybe they have Deadly Dispute too. I don't really know exactly what I'm facing. I just know that it's like a blue-black mid control deck, basically. Disfigure, attack for 1. Revoke counter. I'm still just gonna jam Acid Moss into counter. I'm definitely not playing Hunter. It's like way too risky on this board. Let's go land, sprawl here, name red, and then play Acid Moss. Get the black source. Unwind. Oh, Ghostly Flicker, the land, and the Seagate. They got me. Oh, this might be Ratlock. Okay. I think it is. With the Ghostly Flicker, that means it's probably Ratlock. If you want to see updated Ratlock, check out my last video. Mardu Initiative with Refurbished Familiar and Ephemerate is like the upgraded Ratlock for a lot less mana. Alright, I'm going for Boarding Party here for sure. I guess I don't need to tap that. Into Thermokarst. It's not a Snowland. Don't get to gain one. So they have second Ghostly Flicker and they want to use it, so they probably have Archaeomancer too. And the combo is, oh god, I'm blanking on the name. I've been so bad with names recently. I can't even remember. But the black 1/2/2 when it ETBs, target opponent puts a card from their hand on top of their library, that rat. And then you flicker Archaeomancer and that rat during their draw step. And if they ever hit like a land or a sorcery speed spell, which basically our entire deck is, and we have no cards in hand, then you just basically get locked out because they can just keep doing that infinitely. So that's the combo. And this is going to get cast down here. Yep. Okay, pass. We did destroy their land, so planning to just try to Acid Moss their backwater again next turn. Try to take them off black. Okay, there's a bog. Sure. Graveyard doesn't matter for us. Ooh, another Acid Moss. I actually can play both of these. So that's what I'll do. First go after backwater. And then go after the bog. Could even go after island to keep them off double blue, but it seemed like they were a little choked on black. So I'm just going to take them off black entirely rather than taking them down to 1/1. Hopefully they just have black removal spells in hand that they can no longer cast. Makes me a little bit safer to cast Hunter. And I'm not really under any pressure right now. So another black source, okay. We're not able to completely mana screw them yet. I was gonna say second. I was literally just thinking second hunter wouldn't be that bad of a draw because it insulates like my initiative a little bit, protects it. I also didn't think they had a counter because they would have been countering the land destruction spells most likely. I played. Oh no, I didn't play land. I drew a hunter. I drew a hunter. Duh. I think I'm gonna loss well though. I need to scry into like more gas rather than dealing them more damage. And putting counters on my stuff doesn't make it any better against removal. We don't want land or arbor elf, so pass. Initiative's still pretty busted here. Like they can't even have stuff out in their deck. They're playing backwater. Or they can play 2 removal spells, which would own us. Man. Untap Black Source into double removal was pretty brutal. And they take initiative and get a basic. Okay. Boarding Party or Dino off the top. We've thinned our deck of a lot of our lands at this point. They get Swamp. Dino. There it is. Ask and you shall receive. Guess not. They can't flashback Chandler's Edict quite yet, but they could easily have another removal spell. Their deck seems like it's like mostly removal. They're gonna loss well, probably. Yeah. I feel like I'm behind in this game, but it's not over, especially if I have another decent draw. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands out of my deck. So what, I have 7 or 8 lands left. We have 17 lands. Okay, they play another Tithing Blade, attack for 1. And Boarding Party, we're hitting. Into. Chrysalis would be sweet. Ask and you shall receive. Edicts no longer get us. Ooh, exclude? 4 mana? What are they playing? Prohibit on the Chrysalis. Sure. I get to take the initiative back though. I have 1 card left in hand. Now I'm just so far ahead. Chrysalis was just insane there. Provide 2 blockers, protect the initiative. Still ate a counterspell. I mean, really what was insane was drawing Dino into Boarding Party. I guess Arena doesn't do anything, so I'll stash. I guess stash doesn't really do anything either. I have so much mana. And then I just chump. I have no reason to sack. Flip Blade. Vampire Sovereign. Wow. Yeah, this is like a non-updated deck for sure. Or maybe it's just a Flicker Brew. I don't know. Okay, I get my skeleton. That's actually pretty good. Now I guess I just attack. They're gonna attack back and then take the initiative back. Unless they want to chump, and then that's fine, because then I just maintain the initiative. They're not gonna block. They have 0 cards in hand. And they can't trap, which is nice. And then we definitely play Arbor Elf because we want to threaten to take the initiative back and go into the throne with a dead 3. Look at the top 10, get a creature, gets 3+1/+1 counters and getting hexproof until your next turn. We do shuffle, so we know there's a land and an Arbor Elf on bottom, but Obviously, when you hit throne, it's usually really, really good. So they're going to take the initiative. I assume they're going to stash. And then they can flash back a Chainer's Edict, but it just only gets our spawn. They did draw a card. It's kind of off to the races. I'm probably just going to attack with Party, Skeleton, and Elf next turn. Maybe not Elf, but seems a little safer to do so. So flip Tithing Blade. Oh, wow, that's pretty bold because they can't protect their stuff. Okay, we didn't draw much. So they have one card in hand. I think I do need to attack with. If they drew a removal spell, and I only attack with Boarding Party and my Menace Skeleton, then they just go like removal spell, like cast down Skeleton if that's what they drew, trade, maintain everything, and then they probably win from there. But, oh, I guess I can't prevent most likely them from taking stuff back anyway. And I'm really want to hit throne. I guess I go Thermal Curse this right now. Oh, they have a treasure token too. Still gonna do this. See if this like forces them to do anything. Maybe it's too greedy to attack with Arbor Elf too. It was a random card off the top. It could be a Disfigure, it could be a Cast Down, could be another removal spell that they haven't played yet. Could also just be a land or something, in which case this is the best. Because then I have more blockers back. I'm just going to send. I just really want to take Monarch and Initiative back. I want to make sure I can do that. Because if I hit Throne, I get another blocker anyway. I could even get a flying blocker. And they're trading anyway. Okay. No removal spell, please. Thank you. So I did throw away my Arbor Elf, but I just wanted to play it safe. I'm not sure what was correct there. Okay, and then we step into Throne. I really want to reach creature. Ent or Chrysalis? I guess I just get Ent. It's just straight up better. It's better than Visionary too because of their flyer. Now I have two blockers back for their two creatures. They do have a card in hand, so removal spell would be bad for me. And I guess I'll just pop food now. F6. I guess my Ent also does have hexproof until my next turn, so they can't kill Ent, but they could kill my Eldrazi spawn, attack with both, and then take back the initiative and the Monarch. But then I eat their Vampire Sovereign, if that's the case. Prohibit. Vampire Sovereign. Crazy cards. They could flashback a Chainer's Edict. Oh, they just play a Seagate. Okay. I'm just stepping into the first room of the initiative, so I'm just getting a basic out of my deck. Whoa. This doesn't work. Do they not know this has reach? They just want to eat my spawn maybe and then go like double edict. And I'm blocking. Maybe attacking with the Arbor Elf. It could cost me this game. What is this? Like an Undying Evil on the Vampire Sovereign? It is. So they have Mully D Undying Evil in their deck too, most likely. Okay, we get a basic out. Creature? Nice. Cast. And no attack here. Food token, pass the turn. I'm just sitting on these emblems, then I'll just win. Oh, they had disfigure? What? So now they can take stuff back, but they have to lose 2 of their creatures to do so. Wait, they had disfigure the whole time? Why didn't they just disfigure something earlier? Flashback Chainer's Edict here. I lose this Ent, and then they attack, and I can eat Sovereign if they attack. They're grinding me out. But yeah, I'm not even gonna be able to. I'm not even gonna be able to take these emblems back. And they got a 4/1 as well. Now I'm really far behind. I need to draw like Hunter. And they draw an extra card. Chrysalis is actually good, but I don't even think it's enough. Let's see. Let's attack, make them block, and then play Chrysalis, play Arbor Elf. They'll probably block here. They have 2 cards in hand. They're drawing 2 cards a turn, but playing both of these is actually pretty decent. I'm just gonna play all my cards out. Just have nothing in hand. Maybe keeping the land in hand is better, I'm not sure, but they get to throne. Probably hit like a Mully here. They have a big Seagate Oracle. It's their only creature. They have Pestilence. Okay. It's actually pretty good against us. I mean, we're definitely losing here. So many islands in the Pestilence deck too. All right, I should sack block, even though it makes me more susceptible to edicts. I should still do it because I don't want to just take 4 down to 6. Sack, block. Game 3 goes long too. Then opponent would definitely have to watch their clock. Reckoner's Bargain, sacking a Tithing Blade? Sure. Shut 6 here. Cast down or disfigure? Oh, Echoing Decay, sure. I think I need to keep attacking with Ent. They have a lot of cards in hand, and they're the ones with the initiative and Monarch right now. Okay. I should do all this main one because I could draw into dinos and or boarding parties. I don't. They probably chump. 4 cards in hand, that's a lot of cards. Just gonna keep trying to play fast, and then again, I'm up on time by like 7 minutes, so that's a plus. Might lose this game, but just gonna keep fighting for as long as I can. Murmuring Mystic. Okay. That's gonna seal the deal. And cast down on the Ent. Which got ranch this game. No Molly D's to have seen yet. Guess I'll just block, keep playing for now. Go to 6, they draw. We just Utopia Sprawl, F6. We had some good draws, but just wasn't quite enough. I think we're dead on board here. Wow. Interesting timing on the spells from the opponent. All right, they got us. Let's go game 3. Choco Tone. They had a ghostly flicker. So Relic could be interesting. They also have Chainer's Edict. I could cut like Wild Growth Land. It's a little bit greedy, but I want my deck to be like as full of action spells as possible. I'm gonna try this. Okay, Snap Keep. Turn 2 Thermal Karst, turn 3 Chrysalis. I guess we need one more untap land in order to do all of that. But definitely keeping. I'm still just gonna kill this. I just want to kill their land right now, I think. Alternatively, they might play Bounce Land. I could actually just play a Relic and pop it right now, or just play a Relic and not pop it, and play a tap land, and then hope they play a Bounce Land. Or like a tapped colored source. Wonder if I want to pop right now. I'm going to. Another Chrysalis is actually pretty good. Okay, they just play a Bog. Kind of want to just play Chrysalis, so I'm going to. I can Dino next turn, playing around Edict. I could also potentially go Chrysalis into Thermal Karst next turn, see what they do. I wouldn't be able to get both Chrysalis in play before sacking spawns if I want to go. I'd have to sack 2 spawns or maybe just 1 to play Chrysalis first. But that might be worth. Okay, so I can for free play Utopia Sprawl. So I have Sprawl here, 1 floating. Let's just see. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So if I go green, red, play this mountain, green, red, and tap Highland Forest, sack 1 spawn, play Chrysalis. And then go tap this land, make 2 green, sack 1 spawn, play Thermal Karst. I can't sack 0 spawns to play this Chrysalis, but I think this is fine. I don't also want to sack too many spawns because I want to play around Edicts as much as I can. They have a lot of Edicts in their deck. So let's go Mountain. Utopia Sprawl here. I'll just name green. And then go 4 mana. But I need to sack 1 spawn. Play another Chrysalis. And then sack another spawn after this resolves to play the Thermal Karst. I suppose I'll target the Fog. And then next turn Dino. Could sack 1 more spawn, but honestly I don't even want to. Cast down this. Yep. Okay, pass. They have no blue mana at all. Just no idea what hand they kept. Always want to play these main one again because you could hit boarding party. Whew. Another Chrysalis? I feel like they have so much black removal, like I don't even know if I want to sack any spawns. Sack 1. I think 1 is fine. Should I sack 2? They have 2 more? How many edicts could they have? They could have a lot. And I also want chump blockers. Could have just gone like all in, but it seems bad. Chrysalis has been, again, really impressing me though. Doesn't draw cards, but the fact that it gives you the spawns just makes you feel so much safer. Oh, Pestilence? Okay, well now I can just go in with my spawns. And I guess they're maybe not dead right now, but wow, Dino. We're gonna hit another Chrysalis, that would be sick. Quads. What were we gonna hit? Boarding party into Acid Moss. Okay, yeah. We just they kept a weird hand there. Very interesting deck from the opponent. Like I said, this feels like decks I played against many years ago. So opponent just trying to bring it back, I guess, seeing if it's still good. Cool. 2 and 1. Let's go round 3. All right. I don't know if I said 2 and 1, but we're 1 and 1. Welcome to round 3. We're on the draw. We're gonna keep this hand. We're against Affinity. Okay. We have turn 2 Thermal Karst or Visionary. Most likely Thermal Karst, because that's the one you do first. Wellspring. All right, I think I kill Great Furnace. We have good sideboard in this matchup. We have 2 Gorilla Shamans, 4 Deglammers. Nice. Now we just go Chrysalis into Dino. This is just like we drew it up. Even took them off red. Looks like they're kind of color screwed. They have nothing? Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, Chrysalis is so good. Turn 2 Thermal Karst, turn 3 Chrysalis, turn 4 Dino. That's sweet. Okay. And then Chrysalis is a 4/5. after ramping out the dino. 4 mana, 4/5 that made 2 mana. Yeah, they just got screwed there. And then we're supposed to lose game one, but got him with Thermokarst. Just gives you some free wins. That's why I like it. Okay. I've tried various sideboarding strategies against Ponza, or with Ponza against Affinity. One of them is to take out some of the land destruction because they have a lot of indestructible lands. And you're bringing Declaimers plus Gorilla Shamans. The other one is leave in all the land destruction and just try to screw them and win that way because their long game is so much better than yours. Maybe there's some type of middle ground. So I can have some Gorilla Shamans to try to blow up all their, Seed of the Cyanod type lands. I have a couple land destruction spells to get the other ones. I have 4 Declaimers, and I side out a Wild Growth on the draw. I mean, I'm taking out 4 land destruction spells, but I'm basically bringing in 6 land destruction spells. Then I'm keeping my creature count pretty decent. I'm siding out 1 Chrysalis. Could side out like 1 Ent as well, but it's a big thing. I like this. Ent makes me just like function better. Finds me red for Shaman. Just seems good. All right, I'll keep this hand. Opponents on the mulligan. Did they mulligan game 1? No, I mean, they could have had some red cards in hand that they couldn't cast because of the Thermokarst. See if they keep 6. They do. I'm going to lead on Arbor Elf, I think. See what they do. I guess if they have a red source, I wouldn't. Spellbomb, still in the deck. Ooh, Deglamour. Love that. Want them to play Bridge next turn. Now, do I Deglamour? They have 3 cards left in hand. I think I do. I'm just going to get the red source. I don't want to wait until they have a bridge. If they had a bridge, they would have already played it. They're just going to draw a card. They're down to 1 permanent. Okay, there's the bridge up the top. Classic. Now I think we just go Chrysalis over Visionary because it allows us to Dino next turn. Yeah, this card's been great. Like, it's been so good that I don't even know if I'd want to play this deck without this card anymore. The only thing it doesn't do is draw a card. Wow, another Dino. That's great. This is like a mirror of game 1. They could have Metallic Rebuke, but I at least get to Cascade. I'll just kill their artifact. Rebuke on Dino. Yeah. Okay. Still get to destroy their land, get another land. So now if I draw 1 more mana source, I just get to cast another Dino. This is where Asimos is really good. Wellspring, sure. Land. Nice. Just rolling perfects. Don't mind if I do. That's a miss, but we still get a Dino in play. And hit them down to 12 with 10 power in play. They're starting to get out of this though, especially if they like Deadly Dispute here. Stop cast. Still pretty good. Okay, familiar. Get my last card. Just never had time to deploy it. Still in trouble. They could have a Galvanic Blast, a Block Blast, or Block Blast. A Play Snacker, sure. They can't eat any of my guys right now. Yeah, they just chump, go to 6. And actually, I keep Sprawl in hand because if they play another Refurbished Familiar, I'd rather discard this than have them draw a card. Yeah, Deadly Dispute, get back Snacker, but it's tapped. So that's fine. You're going to need more than this. They have 5 artifacts right now, so they can play a Mere Enforcer. They are starting to climb out of it, though. But again, they're going to need more. They could have Cast Down. I think I'll just hold both of these. Chump, Cast Down. Oh, bargain to stay alive. It's fine. Yeah, just playing around, familiar with these. Blood Fountain. So they can get back familiar and then play it. They have 1 creature in the yard right now. Spell Bomb. They still have multiple Spell Bombs or in the deck post board. Oh, Shaman Wrath. That might just do it. That might be enough. They have to sack 5 artifacts though, I guess. So that kind of wrecks them too. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can still function after that. All right, let's just attack and make them shaman. And they're gonna do it for 5. They're just deciding what to sack. Sack a Spellbomb too. Do they pay? Assume they do. And then they need to sack 1 more. Okay. Their Sneaky Snacker stays in play. And then I'll Thermocast their island. They're at 4. They float a mana. Just because they can. I don't know if they can do anything right now with it. Untap land would be annoying. They get to Blood Fountain this turn. We'll see what they have. Nice. Could have Hydro. They could have a lot here. Arbor, sure. I guess we're not playing around other metallic rebukes here. They can rebuke this. They have it. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Got punished for not playing these out. Obviously, it would so much better if they had other familiars to keep these in hand. So it's just tough to say. Felt really bad though. Mere Enforcer, okay. Just so brutal. On 3 and then 4 mana next turn. Okay, I'll take it. They have another enforcer. Munitions. Not killing my thing now. I'll attack. I'm at 8. So I guess I'm dead on board. They can sack Blood Fountain here, hit for 6, and then munitions kill me. Wow. That was pretty impressive. They have Galvanic Blast too. Wow. Yeah. I mean, Affinity is really good for a reason. Thought we were going to have this game, but they were able to just barely survive and then find the Shaman to Wrath. I mean, they have the munitions kill here. Familiar. Sure. Getting the boarding party rebuked felt real bad. They just wanted to see one more card, I guess. Okay. Do we want to make any changes? And we also have Gorilla Shaman. I think this is fine. Run it. Game 3. Hand's great. We want to see a non-bridge hand. They kept 7 though. Just start with a Wild Growth. There's the bridge. Okay, Visionary was a good draw. It's named Red. Cast Visionary. Arbor, not a bad draw either. Drawing a basic, any land except for our tap land would be really good because then we have the turn 3 boarding party here. See if they play a non-bridge land. Even though this could get Gal Blasted, I will still just take the 2-for-1. If they play like Vault into Ichor Wellspring or something, I'll still just play Shaman. Alright, they're playing Bridge. Okay, so all I'm going to do is play Arbor Elf and Wild Growth this turn, so I'll just attack for 2, play these 2 things. Pass. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets Gal Blasted. No, it doesn't. Interesting. So next turn we have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Six, 7, 8, 9. Might be better to boarding party plus guaranteed visionary then, rather than Dino. No, because they have a snacker that they can just chump with. I'm just gonna Dino. Oh, did I also only have... Did I only have 8 mana? 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, I had 9 mana. Declamor is really good. Guess I'll just get their black-red one. It's really nice to hit that and not hit a... not hit a... like Thermokarst effect. Okay, there's a land we can kill. It's another card we can potentially kill. Another Dino. Just gonna play that. Nothing wrong with that. Dino into Ent. They can rebuke one of these. Okay. I guess a Karat Clan can kill most of my board, but Cast down, sure. I think it's good to wait on the Gorilla Shaman there because they might play another land that I can kill. And them getting back Snacker here, that's okay. Like they have a lot of, yeah, these type of lands, so waiting on Shaman can be pretty strong. Oh wow. Have Shaman. This is interesting because I kind of want to use this Arbor Elf to untap to make more mana. Because if I just attack, what, they're gonna go chump. Can they really sack their entire board to try to kill my dino? They can't. I guess I could just play Gorilla Shaman right now. I think that's the best line. Hopefully no Metallic Rebuke here. Kill this. They add 1 mana, sure. And they sack it to Shaman. Like, if they want to sack all 5 of these artifacts to kill Dino, that's fine. So now let's go add a bunch of mana. And then Shaman this. And then I could also just Shaman kill the Spellbomb right now too. They're sacking again. I guess it makes sense. It's free to do so. I'm gonna have 5 mana left. Costs 3 to kill this. I don't want to because then I can't replay Visionary after this, so I'll just let these happen now. And oops, yeah, I'll just add mana, it's fine. Oh, now I can't undo that. Now I'm gonna get metallic. Oh no, yeah, now I'm gonna get Metallic Rebuked here. Honestly, if I do, I think that's okay, because then I'm more likely to resolve these. So, Thermokarst. Sure. I didn't want to cycle my Ent yet. Might actually need the value. What is this? Oh, cast down the Ent. They have 3 cards left. They're at 2 mana. They have a spell bomb. 3 artifacts total. My hand is pretty good. Can kill that too. Mirror Enforcer. That's fine. I feel like just cast Boarding Party's got to be the best play. I mean, I can kill their land, but this might kill their land also. I could have deglamored the Mirror Enforcer, I suppose, but I think this is better, honestly. Can I attack with Visionary as well? What if they go Mirror Enforcer block Visionary, Sneaky Snacker, Chump Boarding Party, takes 6. I think I just attack with these 2 only. Sure. And then next turn I can Thermokarst this seat. Yeah, Thoughtcast, get a tapped Snacker back, but they would need like Red Source into Blast. Yeah, I'm not sure what they can draw now. We beat the Grixis Affinity Menace. Let's go round 4. All right, 2-1 after beating Affinity. Welcome to round 4. We're against the Gary 86. I got a mulligan this, I think. Just 6 drop, 6 drop, 7 drop, 4 mana, no red sources. It's just not enough. Gotta keep this. Put back Forest, I guess. Keep End to cycle for red green land, most likely. Yeah. Don't love it, but so we're at black red burn. Okay. Just cycle a couple Ents next turn. Then our deck. Yep, black red burn. We have 4 Weather the Storm in the sideboard. So let's go cycle Ent. Get Highland Forest, play Highland Forest. Cycle Ent, get Forest. Pass. Next turn we get to Acid Moss, ramp. Hopefully they don't. Yeah, I was gonna say put like a bunch of creature pressure into play. That's what we don't want to see, but that's what they're doing. We're most likely dead in this game, but we'll see. Acid Moss, get Mountain. Oh, no, I have to get a Forest. Duh. Get Forest then. Discard Mutt. Okay. Only played Ponza like through 100 leagues. Don't even know what Acid Moss can get. Okay, they play a bridge. I have to not land destruction that. They might have a bad hand. All right, I mean, play Hunter past the turn. No attack. Now get Mountain. Thing is, we just can't gain any life, so it's going to be tough. We might be able to kill them fast, though. To play a Dino next turn, especially if we hit like a boarding party or something. Discard Alms the Vein, put me to 9. Yeah, it's just going to be real tough here. Hopefully just block. They don't have that much removal for this, I don't think. So do I need to Lost Well to set up Dino, or do I need to just go, forge into trap? I think I just need to hope Dino is good and just forge into trap. Because if I just wait around, that gives them more draw steps. So even if I scribe into a good cascade, it's not as good as forging into counters and hitting a good cascade anyway. So I need to take the higher upside line. Another Dino. It's actually pretty good. Dino into Thermokarst. Do I want to hit the Vault? I think I'd rather just take them down on red sources. But here's the thing, they can take the initiative. They just Galvblast me down to 4. And then Blood, discarding Looting. I'm at 4. I guess I can't attack. Hitting them down to 18, I don't think does anything. We have to just hope to hit like another land destruction spell and that they can't function. Unlikely. I mean, so many of their spells cost like 1 mana. Sideboard, we can bring in Deglamour and Weather the Storm and Gorilla Shaman. They're going for Faithless Looting. No Alms or anything, discarded. Vampire's Kiss down to 2. I mean, again, we're most likely dead, but I get to trap them, hit them to 22. I don't think Arena does anything. Utopia Sprawl. Okay, let's Sprawl red, play Dino. Into Wild Growth. Then I can attack with my two big things and just cross my fingers. Guess I could have attacked with Hunter last turn. We still wouldn't have had enough there. We still would have only hit them to 2. So I think the way I played it was fine. They would have gotten an extra card too off getting the land. I think I want like a million cards coming in. I think I want all of these. They showed a lot of Vault of Whispers, and the Gorilla Shaman can kill blood too, which actually is relevant. I think Hunter can actually come out. Wonder if I should take out some or a lot of the other land destruction. Bring in Breath Weapon too. I mean, is Declaimer even that good then? I'm taking out like Hunter. I was thinking about taking out like Llanowar Visionary too. Need to cut a lot more cards. Dino's a little slow, but it is like exactly what we want to do. Chrysalis kind of stops their ground creatures pretty well. Breath Weapon Wraths, and it's like everything I need. Maybe I do just. Oops. Maybe I do like. Well, maybe I side out all the land destruction because their stuff costs like so little mana. On the play though, I have Declaimer, I have Gorilla Shaman. Maybe 4 Declaimer is also too many, and I can cut a 1 Wild Growth. What about cutting Llanowar Visionary? Playing and then bringing in the Breath Weapons? Bringing 2 Declaimer. This is bringing in these 10, cutting these 10, cut 4 Visionary, cut 4 Hunter, leaving the Chrysalis, leaving a lot of land destruction. I don't even know. We have Weather the Storm. Okay, I mean, I'm not mulliganing this. This is what we signed up for. Have Weather the Storm in our deck, so that's good. Mountain, Bolt. Epicure. Okay, well, I'm killing their land. Go. Okay, it's a bridge. I can't kill that. Yeah. Maybe I should have brought in 4 Declaimers. Oh man, if it was any other land than a bridge, could cast Boarding Party next turn. I still think I don't cast Acid Moss here. Just take it a little more slowly because killing the next land they play plus the next land they play after that. Oh, no, I was not bridge. Not bridge. They only have 4 bridges. That's so brutal. Breath Weapon, horrible draw. Alright, I'm still just gonna wait. They're gonna play another land. I want to kill that. It's just so unfortunate for us. They're gonna blood. Oh, they're gonna bolt. Yeah, we're just gonna lose to bridge. Okay, there's the Jagged Barrens. And a Vampire's Kiss. Okay. There's an Ent. Can I cycle Ent? Or do I even need to? I can cast Ent next turn. I need to cast it because I need the food. Also, blocking's not bad. They have a lot of blood though. Highway robbery. They choose discard. They discard mutt. Okay. They don't have another land. Interesting. Ooh, weather the storm. I mean, if they go untap land, bolt, 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 so be it. I think I need to just play Ent and then next turn weather the storm. I don't think going thermal karst into weather and then still being like in a precarious position is good. So I'm just gonna play Ent and hope I don't get burned out from 9. I guess they still most likely need 3 burn spells in order to kill me right now. And then next turn, I'm gonna be able to gain a fair amount of life and hopefully kill their land as well. They did just play a highway robbery. All right, they're just going to go Alms of the Vade, draw a card. That is fine. And we want to see them play a land that we can kill with Thermal Karst. Looks like they're not. That's 6. Another weather. Okay. So I have 4, 5, 6 mana. So I'm fine to just pass the turn here. Since I have double weathered the storm, I'm basically like plus food. There's like essentially no possible way I can die. I think I'm just cracking food here, nothing else. Maybe they try to kill me in response. Galblast hit me to 1, and then I can let that resolve, go to 4, and then I can play a Weather the Storm. And then if they play another burn spell right now, I can play another Weather. I think it's better to just do it now, actually. I potentially lose that on 1 storm trigger, but I think this is okay. Just don't want to get greedy and be in a situation where I don't cast these weathers right now. So I'd rather just do all this and then play 1 more weather for 9 more and then play boarding party because that should be enough. Just declamber their bridge and attack. Okay, we got him. Double weather the storm was enough. Now let's go back to sideboarding. Don't think we want any more declammers than 2. They can only have 4 bridges. And they are gonna like, slowly play out those bridges early if they can because they've seen all of our land destruction. But I kind of like the 2 declammer and then 6 other land destruction spells. I think Breath Weapon is also okay, and I like signing out Visionary for that reason. So I like our sideboard plan, so I'm just gonna run it back. I like Shaman too. Killing all those blood can be good. They could play multiple Great Furnaces and Vaults. I mean, I'm keeping this. Opponent kept 7 too. Okay. Arbroath was good. If they want to burn Arbroath with this draw, it might be okay. There's a vault. They're just gonna alms me. Oh, Kitchen Imp. Alright, that's good. I think I just deglamor the 4 or T-Glamour the I said forest. I Thermokarst the mountain here. I could also block and then deglamour the vault. I take less damage that way, but I'd rather just keep my Arbor Elf around, I think. I need more mana too. I need to be able to like cast my more expensive spells if I draw them. I need like a Tithing Blade, okay. Wild Growth. It's not very good. I just Deglamour Mountain. Great Furnace, obviously. And I need to cycle End, I think. I'm still 2 mana away from this, so I'm not that close to casting it. I'll just get Forest here. Looks like we're in a pretty bad spot. Okay, there's Acid Moss. We could prevent them from casting any more spells, and then Dino into something could save us here. So if they just have like red cards in hand and not another red source, we may be okay. I guess we still need to draw a land. We get hit down to 2. We need like Dino into Weather the Storm. Land, Dino, Weather the Storm one time. Weather? Okay, okay. Okay. We can get another Dino next turn. They still have 4 cards. We could still be dead right now. Bridge. Edict. Highway Robbery plotted. Okay. Where's my next Weather the Storm? Manvuli Acid Moss. I have that thing plotted. I just have to Dino again. Thermokarst. I'll take it. No attack. They have 3 artifacts. I would die to Gal Blast. They have a Highway Robbery plotted as well. But maybe I can attack and try to win next turn. Go to 4. I think I need to attack actually. Because I could put them in a situation where like I can kill them with a boarding party. Cast Highway Robbery, discard a card. Discard Alms of the Vein. Cast it. And cast Bolt. Okay. GG's. We almost had a little hope there with the land Dino into Weather. Just not quite. Man, good games. That deck is pretty good now. In the past, it was like, okay, it felt bad to lose to it, but it was reasonable. Now it's like a solid deck. Now it's really good. Our 5th and final round against Roddy Body. We're on the play. This hand's slow, but I'm gonna keep it. We have essentially 4 lands, double visionary boarding party, so we can kind of get there slowly. I'll end for red source here. Oh no. Island. Opponent plays an island, I'm like cringing. Cowering in my seat. Okay, there's CHRYSALIS. Just cycle another Ent. Forest. Brainstorm. End of turn Brainstorm. Upkeep. Cycle Lurian Revealed. When we were playing against Mono Blue Fae, I was like, ooh, what about a build of Mono Blue Fae? I don't think they usually play Lurian Revealed, but play Lurian Revealed. Maybe even play Brainstorm in Mono Blue Fae. Play Augur of Bolas also. And you get a lower land count, so you have more spells, more hits on Augur. Okay, so we're against blue-black Terror most likely, or mono-blue Terror. But yeah, that's an interesting mono-blue build. Warren revealed Augur. Force Spike? Force Spike in this deck? Okay, they got me. I mean, I'm going to be tapping out every single turn pretty much. CHRYSALIS should be really good against them. Provide me some blockers. Ramp me into my next things. Feels like they're just going to go Brainstorm into Terror. And they're light on lands, so kind of lucky that we don't have our land destruction. At least not yet. We're going to draw Menville Acid Moss. Cycle Warring revealed. Maybe this is Mono Blue Terror. Force Spike would make more sense then. One open mana. I kind of want to just land our Visionary now. So I'm going to. I want to play around Force Spike now if I can. Even though CHRYSALIS like somewhat gets around Force Spike with the cast trigger, still is not good to get Force Spiked. Delver, yeah, mono blue Terror most likely. There's one. How many do they have? Just one. And leave up counter. Okay. So because they have counter, I think I want to go for. I guess I could go for Boarding Party. Let's go for Mountain, Wild Growth here. Then I don't play around Force Spike. If I go for Hunter, it just gets countered. Or if it doesn't get countered and I get my stuff snapped and they take the initiative, it's pretty bad too. They could have like 4 spikes. And CHRYSALIS gives me a lot of chumpers for this. I'm just gonna go for the CHRYSALIS line. See if they counter it. Yeah, because this lets me go chump with spawn, sack spawn, which is like I'm fine doing. I do need multiple CHRYSALISes in order for them to be big enough to deal with their 5/5s. Oh, they hit a deep analysis and a cryptic. So now confirmed 100% mono blue. 2 islands on that mental note. They're light on lands. Kind of want to just leave in all of our land destruction, even though it can be mediocre against them. Lock sack. I guess they can't really snap the CHRYSALIS that well yet until they get like a lot of terrors going. Cryptic Serpent. Terror. Do they have another terror? Yeah. Now I just Boarding Party. Utopia Sprawl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up here. I feel like this Boarding Party is going to get countered. Yep. And then if they attack with both, I'll block one with spawn, take the other one, go to 15. And how much mana do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? No, I'll get a land if I resolve the first Hunter, which I'm certainly not guaranteed to do. They've only played 1 counter out of 4. It's a nice trick when you're playing Pauper against these blue decks. You can just simply, like, you know this deck is guaranteed to have 4 counter spells. So look at how many counters they played, and you can base your plays off that somewhat. So you're like, oh, they've already played 3 counter spells. Feels like they might have a counter, but I'm just gonna jam because it's unlikely that they actually do. And they've only played one, and they've gone through half their deck. We can see the other, even though they didn't draw all these, they milled a lot. We know that they're likely to have another counter in hand. I guess not. They're tapping out, playing a Mystic. Okay. This could work out for us. I mean, I guess we just play double Avenging Hunter. That's all we can do, which is pretty good. And I guess I forge onto my Chrysalis. Could forge onto Avenging Hunter as well. I think I should forge though. They're gonna have snaps in their deck, right? I think I just need to forge onto Chrysalis. If it gets snapped, I can at least buy a lot more time with it. And no attack. Definitely in trouble though. They have that deep analysis. I assume they have snaps in their deck. They have Mystic going. They do have the initiative going though. They have 4 cards in hand. Cryptic Serpent. They're just like functioning on all axes here. I can make their Murmuring Mystic attack, or I can trap them. I think I just need to trap them. Yeah, I need to just trap. No question. Dino into Chrysalis would be probably our best. So I just need to get their life total down so then I have a chance to actually win at some point. Dino into Chrysalis. I've been like asking for a lot this league, and I've been hitting. Dino into Chrysalis. No. I guess I should have put this on the mountain, but I didn't. Mental note right now. Interesting. 27 cards left. There's a Boomerang. Okay, so gotta watch out for Boomerang. Spell Pierce the Wild Growth. Just to make a bird, I see. But I guess I'm only gonna have 2 reach creatures. Thermal Crush doesn't even really do anything. I suppose I just pay. I don't need to Thermal Curse right now, I don't think. I can do it next turn. I'll just pay. Keep my Visionary untapped. And pass. And they could take the initiative by losing 2 birds. Which, I mean, I guess they're going to do. It's good for them. If they just didn't hit a spell, they could Spell Pierce. That would have been so much better for me. I have a lot of Tramplers here, though. I guess my Chrysalis won't get through. They get a land. Sure. They were stuck on lands earlier in the game, but they got out of it. Cast Lurian Revealed or cast Deep Analysis? Yeah. Make another bird. Can attack with all my tramplers, but they can just trade their serpents. Delver. Double Thermal Cursed. I don't know if that does anything. They're at 12. Attack with all these tramplers. I don't think it's getting better for me. I'm at 14. Can't attack with Chrysalis, I don't think. If I attack here, they could just like block both Avenging Hunters, take 6, and then I don't think I'm dead on the crackback. This is all trample, so they have to block at least one creature. Okay, they're just trading out. I do take the initiative back, draw a card. They don't block with one more creature. Okay, they're double blocking, so that was a good block by them. Then I just go Thermokarst, Thermokarst. So their snow-covered islands actually hurting them a little bit here. I get to gain 2. Okay, and then let's go for this. Go to 16, pass. Now I'm just so far away from ever taking the initiative back. So I think I'm kind of screwed here. Counterspell. Yeah, they got me. I suppose I should keep playing, but ooh, yeah, and they make a 7/7. So I don't even have good blocks on that. Also gonna get trapped. I wonder if I have to just chump. I guess I can double block, trade Chrysalis for it. If they have a bounce spell, then that's that. Okay. We know they have a counter spell and 2 unknowns. These 3 thermal cards didn't do anything. This is like where the land destruction is pretty bad. Like if these were creatures, I would have had a much better chance in this game. So I'm getting trapped going to 12. They have a counter spell in hand. I'm gonna need another like dino into boarding party type thing. And even then it's gonna be kind of rough. And they have a deep analysis in the graveyard too. They're just choosing not to cast it. They're thinking they don't need it. They hit for 5. I go to 7. Arbor. Alright. As you can see, they have a counter spell too. We don't have Pyroblast, which sucks. Relics come in. Wild Growth and what, a couple Thermokarsts come out? Not really sure. I am on the play, so Thermokarst is a little more appealing. I'll do 1 Thermokarst out, 1 Acid Moss out, bring in the relics. I don't want to side out Avenging Hunter. I think an early initiative can be game against them. Don't want to side out any Cascaders, and also like Brick Walls, they're 5/5s and 6/5s. Visionary, I think I want to keep in. Don't want any breath weapons. If they, make a bunch of birds, so be it. I'll try to fight through, but I don't want breath weapon in my deck. See you in game 2. Oh, here we go. Not the best hand, but I think we should keep. We could draw an untap land and then just we're off to the races at that point. If we don't, sucks, but maybe we get to play around 4 spike if we don't. Okay. Guess I'll name red. Attack for 1. Not bad. I do want to play around Force Spike, I think, by playing Visionary. I don't need to play Acid Moss quite yet. We'll see what they do. They could play some Delvers, in which case then I probably would Acid Moss. Upkeep Lorien. Oh, Thought Scour. Pit Mill 2 Deep Analysis. That's good. I guess I also have 5 mana, so I can Acid Moss around Force Spike, but not around Spell Pierce. Oh man, that's so tempting to play around Force Spike or not. I said I would, but that's just so tempting. I don't know if it's getting better because then I'm also not playing around counter. Because they have Spell Pierce, it doesn't really make me want to go Acid Moss either. And then they could just go Island Pass. We saw 1 Force Spike in the first game. Not like this. Don't tap. Nice. Like, don't even tap that island. Like, don't do it. Guess I'll get Forest here. I already have 2 red sources. Alright, that gives us a chance. They get another island. They have double deep analysis in the yard. But they're, I guess they can deploy like their terrors and stuff here. Because they had the brainstorm into Thought Scour 2 spells, put 4 spells in the graveyard, and then put the Lorien Revealed in the graveyard too. I think I can just forge onto Hunter, and if they bounce it, they bounce it. I want to go forge so I can go down the trap, and I don't want to forge onto Arbor Elf really, so. Boomerang that during upkeep. I mean, that's not that bad. I can't boarding party this turn, but I think it's fine. Wild Growth. Let's go Wild Growth. Now do I want to Acid Moss? And get Spell Pierce? I think I just want a Visionary. I'll attack and then Visionary. I should have Visionaried first, tapping like this. So then I could have attacked after. So I lost out on the damage, but I'm not going to get my Visionary like Force Spiked or something weird because I played in a certain way. Thermokarst. Okay. Having the Athanos and the Thermokarst could be okay. Cycle Lorien. Boomerang is sweet, but whenever I played it a long time ago, it always felt a little not quite high impact enough. Okay, so trap you down to 7. And I have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I mean, I still think I'm just going boarding party. They could counter it, but are they going to like snap into counter? Maybe, but that's like what they need against this. Wild Growth. They could have more boomerangs. I'm not going to stack these up, even though I need a lot more mana. I'm still just, I just hate stacking it up. Okay, it was enough anyway. Slam the early Hunter, and it was enough. And that was nice. Their draw was good too. We just were a little too hot out of the gates. The turn 3 Hunter. Maybe now we go Thermokarst back in. Thermokarst is kind of weak against them, but I do need to play it right. Maybe I just stick with the 3/3, keep the relics. Could do 4 Thermokarst, 2 Acid Mosses, because they also have Spell Pierces, and being able to turn 2 Land Destruction just might be better. Oh man, I'm on the draw. Oh man, this is so close. Let's draw land. Let's go. This is a sketchy, sketchy hand. I might have just thrown this league. No, not like this. Now even if I draw runner lands, I'm not in like the best position. It was just a bad keep. Okay. Am I gonna get boomeranged? Probably. Yeah. Wow. Hoodwink? Okay, let's go. Got more where that came from. Counterspell? Yeah. We have 3 cards left, but they might just play a terror here. That's probably just gonna be enough to solo me. They're like the who's the land destruction deck now? I need 2 more mana sources to cast a spell. This is just not gonna happen. Sorry everyone, bad keep. I needed to just mulligan to a functional hand.
You turned her against me!
You have done that yourself.
You will not take her from me!
Your anger and your lust for power have already done that.
It's just such a bad line. Okay. We got land destruction into terror. Another terror? No. Keep fighting. I only have 3 cards left to our 7. Boomerang. Oh my god. Okay, this could do it. This could save us. They have 3 cards left. Counterspell? Jeez. Thought Scour. They seriously land destructed us so hard. Mono blue land destruction, mono blue Ponza. Let's go. Terror into Cryptic Serpent. GG's. Oh man, bad keep. 2-3 the league. Feels bad. Side or post league thoughts on the deck. Not too much to say. I think this version can be good. There's high variance in Ponza. Um, let's see. Between this build and then this build, I don't know. It's close. This deck has more interaction. It has the bolts. Again, against other random decks like even Black Red Burn, Mono Blue, you're better with this build because you have the Olifants, which maybe these should just come out, and these could be just like another threat. Like you could cut 2 Olifants, cut all 3 Olifants, play another land, play some Eldrazi. Is it Displacer? There's a lot of possibilities of like ways to build this. Um, repurposer. Yeah, so you could go like, I haven't been that impressed with the Oliphaunts actually. So if you wanted to go with the non-Ponza version, wait, no, what am I doing? We want to keep the mountain in this, and then play another forest. That's what I meant to do. Just keep the mountain, play another forest. Could do something like this. Dreadmask, it wasn't that good for me in the first time I tried it, but it could be okay. This is looks like a reasonable build as well. Maybe there's just like a way to play more repurposer. We could go down to like 2 bolts, play 4 repurposer. I don't hate that as well. So this is like another option of another way to build green red monsters. But whether you're playing this or this Ponza deck, they're similar. Um, Obviously, this deck is just trying to play the fair game. I kind of like the look of this with just the 2 bolt. The 4 repurposer, the Eldrazi spawns are good with additional chrysalises. This helps you ramp into more stuff too. I'm liking the look of this deck. Maybe even cut those 2 bolts, play like even more threats. Like, what if you could also go cut, play an 18th land, play like a third Dread Mask, or just any other threat. You can play some Owl Bears, like 1 or 2 Owl Bears. You could cut these, play more lands, play Owl Bears. You could play, somebody was suggesting the Wolf that you almost like suspend for 2 mana and then cast for 2 more mana. The card, again, I commented was a little underwhelming when I played it previously. So I don't think that one quite does it anymore. It's a little too slow, even though you can spend 2 mana on turn 2 for it, which is nice. Still really liking Chrysalis, honestly. I think it's good. Still don't think Ponza is like the best deck in the format by any means. It's not that good, or green red monsters, but I like Chrysalis in this deck regardless. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Max, youtube.com/snapbolt. If you like the content, please subscribe. Till next time, peace.